What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? Tony Schultz, the ghostwriter who actually wrote the art of the deal for Donald Trump, your president, says that Trump's attacks on America's allies will only grow worse. Schultz began by saying that Trump's behavior is entirely consistent with how he's behaved in the past when he's let his ego destroy relationships with others. His interest is almost entirely about how he is seen and how he thinks he's seen, Schultz explained. And therefore, his perspective is it's wearing blinders. All he cares about right now, particularly in the light of what happened at the G7, is that he can restore in his own mind his sense of self. And what's so fragile in Trump is his sense of self. Schultz went on to say that Trump instinctively lashes out at any criticism and simply will not tolerate listening to anyone tell him he's wrong about something. I'm going to say it very bluntly. He's mentally ill. This is a man, and I understand I'm not a psychiatrist, but he's mentally ill. He has a personality disorder. That means on his face, this is a man who is unstable, who doesn't think clearly, and has narrowed his frame by pushing out anybody who will disagree with him. I don't believe Tony is phony. I believe every single word he said, just based on his behavior from what I see. Tony Schultz spent years in Donald Trump's presence, listening to his rotten line mouth every day, watching his behavior. He wrote 4 books for Donald Trump. That's a lot of listening. That's a lot of dictatorship. So I believe him. When he was initially interviewed, he was asked if he thought that Donald Trump, based on his interactions with Donald Trump, could be president. He said, "I could never imagine that would even be a remote possibility." Now, he said this way back. He said this from the jump when he first started being around Donald Trump. I can't imagine this to be a remote possibility. One of his remarks is that Trump has the mental capacity of a 9-year-old with ADD. And he qualified that by saying, that's not a metaphor. This is a man who knows him perhaps better than any man on earth or in another planet, because that's where his ass is from. Man, Trump is getting worse. You see, because now he's beginning to decompensate for his mental illness. It's all downhill, man. There is no upside to this. I know some people are saying, man, maybe by the grace of God, he'll turn things around and we'll be okay. We're not going to be okay. Not with him in office. The dude, did you see the picture of the G7 meeting? And he got his hands folded. He's sitting down. All of the other leaders are standing up. He's sitting down. And he's just insulting people, just left and right. How do you insult Canada? Canada don't mess with nobody. Nobody ever has a problem with Canada. How do you piss off Canada? Only Trump. Man, from day one, since I've been following politics, I've never heard a U.S. president attack Canada. Here's what I think. I think Trump is trying to remove America's allies so that Russia can invade us without opposition. I know y'all say, that's crazy. I'm telling you, man. Listen, Donald Trump is the president. Nothing gets more crazier than that. All right? If he can become president, anything is possible. And I do mean anything. It's possible that we will see somebody, actually a human being, flying without the assistance of wings. I'm telling you, man, the Orange Man is president. It's like the Orange Man it's like a horror film or something. The Orange Man, oh, it's the attack of the Orange Man. You know, who would have ever thought something like this was possible? Somebody that's so stupid. Somebody who doesn't have tact, so classless, could become the president, especially of America. Who would think? It is absolutely mind-boggling that we have a person with cognitive decline in power. That is crazy. What's more crazy is that you have people out there who actually believe nothing is wrong. Man, Trump sucks monkey nuts, but not just regular monkey nuts. Cheeseburger-scented monkey nuts. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?